Since the 3 billion shillings cherry fund was operationalized last year, only 300 million shillings has been disbursed to farmers. The government attributes the poor uptake to lack of farmer sensitization on the availability of funds.
So what we are trying to see is what else we can, other services that we may review regulations so to support the farmers with, because that money is there. And given the size of the sector, they may not all go to the loaning. We may have to see what other services can we provide to the farmers with that money. Because the money was there, 12% there, 12 farmers. Even though it was intended for loaning, we think it's a large sum it can be utilized for other things. But we still want it to remain a revolving fund to help stabilize the coffee sector. We don't want to take it into risky business.
This as the government has earmarked revival of coffee, tea, pyrethrum and cotton to grow the county's cooperative movement.
Production of cotton in the country is very low, very, very low. So we need to deal with that challenge before we increase the factories, because we already have overcapacity. Rivertex alone has to import cotton from Uganda, you get me? Yes. Yeah, so that's why we are focusing now on the ginnery. It's also a factory. Ginnery is, by the way, it's an industry, it's a processor. Yeah. And then growing of cotton. Once increase that capacity and feed the existing factories, then it will be automatic, they will start expanding.
Policies and legal frameworks have been crafted to ensure SACCOs access the national payment system to make them more competitive and independent.
Just like the banks do, they can lend to other SACCOs which have low liquidity, and that can be done in a cheaper manner because credit is not really affordable in our country. The interest rates are very, very, very high. The loans have always been structured and even top-ups, like when you have difficulties and like you discuss and you are given more money and it's converted to another new loan, that is a kind of restructuring.
We don't put so much burden on guarantors, but instead we wanted to introduce the scheme, insurance scheme, so that the burden of members who have guaranteed their colleagues is not big. But then if they die or they have moved out of institutions, we can be able to go back to the insurance for rebate.
The ministry has operationalized non-deposit taking business regulations 2020, which prescribe the prudential and market conduct measures for back office services activity. This covers non-deposit